This is day 1144 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Today we're doing Simon Yekuf Yudin Yerodea, Sif Ayin Zayin to pay Dalit. Talk about Sfeik Sfeika. And then I involved, Arukh HaShulchan had said that perhaps the Suffolk Echo Beguf and Suffolk Echo Tarobis doesn't work because you had to be Makriya the Suffolk Echo Beguf before you get to the Suffolk Tarobis. And therefore it doesn't work because Sfeik Sfeika has to take effect Bavas Achas. Ein Zayin rejects this. If that's the case, the primary thrust is missing from the Torah Shulchan Aruch. Rashi himself, Sham mentions the distinction between the goof and the mixture, and the tarovis, the thing itself, and the mixture. But to say in brief, that the two sfekos should come together. Vote the dins of Kosav Rabbeinu Ramah Bekanda, we know should do sfekos biyachad v'chulei. Ramah writes they need the two sfekos to come together. But zelo shayach klal l'safek echad b'guf, safek echad b'tarovis. He says that doesn't seem to have anything to do with one suffix in the thing itself, one suffix tarobas. What the Rashi means to say is evidently as follows. The two spectacles have to be of the same type. Or for both of them in the object, or both of them in the mixture. He's beer time, and he explains the mean echo when the spectacles are of the same type. Then the two spectacles go at one time. As opposed to when they are separate types, you're compelled to divide them up. It's not the same type. So, as a matter of course, the first suffix remains usr, because it's never been influenced by an additional suffix. By the time you get to tarovis, it's too late. I'm not sure exactly what he changed here. He's still saying that the bas acha, it has to come with bas achas. He's saying that by one goof, one tarovis, by definition, it can't be bas achas. The Rashi evidently doesn't distinguish between Issa Deraisa and Issa Rabban. Kosher Sekes mean Echad. Anytime the Sekes are the same type, Moel to the Raisa. The Sekes or it's for the Raisa. Kosher in the Sekes mean Echad. If they're not the same type, Ain't Moel to the Rabban. That's what for the Rabban. Brian Brula is a clear evidence of this. Shari Dvarim Haim Suffix Beitzah Shalom Yontav. Say about an egg where we don't know if it was laid on Yontav or not. So it's the Rabban. It's the Rabban Muksav. Avogad the Marasham. As a Sugi the man is for the Issa Beitzah Mina Shumachana. The singing Beitzah goes with Hachana the Rabbah, and that Hachana is the Raisa, preparing from Shabbos to weekday, or Yom to weekday. Shabbos. That is only when Yom comes after Shabbos. It's time Yom Tov Havi Drabanan, and I'm sorry, Shabbos can't prepare Yom Tov. It's time Yom Tov Havi Drabanan Shungzeret Yom Tov Achar Shabbos. And Stam Yontif, where it's not following Shabbos, it's Xer because of Yontif Achar Shabbos. Kambur Shamasugya, where Shabbos can't prepare for Yontif. Rashba Ma'ibachol Yontif, probably about every Yontif, not just Yontif after Shabbos. Kambur B'dvarav B'sevin Shmeres Habayis. As she sees the Rosh, what's the mar? Isa the Raisa. When the Rosh wants to say that we're talking about Isa the Raisa, we see the Zorak Isa Rabbanan, he says only the Rabbanan, because it's about every Yontif, not just Yontif Achar Shabbos. The bracket says, he resolved or answers for the Ra'ah to the Dina Masik, and he concludes, the Masik Gamu, the Ein Chiluk Men Doraisa Rabban, there's no message in Doraisa Rabban. Im Shebedivrei Rashba, although in the words of Rashba, he doesn't seem to say this. I don't know how he came to this. Chen Das Hataz. But anyway, the Taz says the same thing. I ain't test. Regardless of what we just said, there's a big question. Have a fake fake off of the rice. I would say that two fakers from the same type are fake even the rice. In Cain, if that was the case, Bishnei Tarovos, Sheitiru Chazal, when Chazal allowed two mixtures, or Bishlosha Tarovos Video, or three mixtures, depend according to that opinion which you explained in Stephen Simon Kimmel Sound Without. Why do they require a majority of heter in each group? I feel a mechza, even it's 50-50, that should suffice. Rishon is fake is the Torah and Matirin Klau. I understand if it's fake of Issa Deraisa, you don't allow at all. As a Shabbat should take a robe. So then it makes sense we require a robe because the fake speaker doesn't work for the Raisa, and therefore you need a robe to make it mutter to a Raisa. By Scott or Scott bait or beer, the Raisa it's mutter if it's a robe. So it should be mutter midraisa even in the first mixture. Gam the rice and mutter, but even in the rice it's mutter. I do require rov. Therefore, the Raw writes the Talmud Shabbat Yitzchak Lo means fake Shari Kid Isa. So therefore, the Raw says that the reason for the re is that we don't say fake Shari like as specified. The suffix Shari with the Raisa, the first suffix is mutter do Raisa, El Midrabana. So it's only Rabbanon. Kiach Tagoives, like the mixture. Hilka Chavali suffix Sheni suffix Rabbanon. So since the first suffix is resolved, the Raisa, Lukula, there goes the suffix. The second suffix makes the suffix to a Rabbanon and the side Rabbanon Kula. In any case, when the first suffix is going to be also the Raisa, suffix Sheni also Rabbanon, the second suffix is also Rabbanon. It's only one suffix. Ad kan l'shono. With Varav Klalahu, according to him, the general principle, the Iraq suffix Rishon also Torah. The first suffix is also the Raisa. Lomim says fake cloud. Don't say fake at all. The suffix Rishon is the Torah because the first suffix is the Raisa. Suffix Sheni, obviously Rabbanon. The second suffix is the Rabbanon. Came with Harovas Mechza. If it's a 50-50 mix, came with Chosim Torah. It's not permitted Midah Raisa. No money fake doesn't work. This Bata Barov. That's what the Gemara has to say. That in the first mixture, it's Bata Barov. What's Torah was Mutzah Midah Raisa. He said, but the Harovas Hasheni, according to this in the second mixture, I die Mechza, come on. 50-50 would obviously be sufficient. I came with Harovas Rishon, but since it's the first mixture, that's me majority. Came came it's a Hasheni. So we said also by the second Harovas, the year Rov. Piece of Gamishnei Speakers Goof, according to we have two speakers in the Goof. Kosha Safek Rishon also as long as the first Safek is also the Raisa. And the most fake speaker is out the window. The piece of Kos fake speaker Shabashas Shabagufa Iser, according to any fake speaker in the Gemara, where it's in the thing itself, called Pesach Pasuach, like where the woman was found not to be a Psula, the Chokayetzi Bezeh. He's similar to Bechretlim Tosha Safek Rishon Metiro Mina Torah. First Safek has got to be permitted Mita Raisa. The Pesach Pasuach Matira Safek Rishon Mina Torah. So why? So what makes the first Safek and Pesach Pasuach Muta Mita Raisa? Because the girl has a cheskas kashus. Because fake shavashas, and that's what I say about every fake in the Talmud. Brackets, he says, Vamashita the chukah. There's a very difficult approach. Rashi, and Rashi repudiates him there. The shchita the mikvah, and there's so place fake speakers with shchita and mikvah where it is pretty evident we're not going with that approach. Payout. There has a different way. He shares and it's straight. Zel show this way he says. Lishnachrin liba the rabbin yitzchak zal. Another interpretation. The chol fake speaker begufa shalisa. Anytime this fake speaker is in the thing itself, mutter. Chol fake speaker tarovas. Any fake speaker in a mixture, don't state tarovas. Such as two mixtures, mutter. That's okay too. Avachat speaker begufa, but if one sub is in the thing itself, came the mitzvah with the raisa since it's also the raisa. Lo misher b'savik sheni. The tarovas, it doesn't get mutter by a second suffix in the mixture. You should time the suffix because the reason it's a suffix. Only unless it's something which has to be negated in one mixture. This is the best way of understanding. What does he mean? It means to say the vade is fake mutter af in besafik rishon adain osmeter. Fake is mutter even if the first suffix remains osum deraisa. The suffix Hashem like date harovas in the second suffix by a mixture. Then shas suffix harishon osum yator. Then and only then when the first suffix is osum deraisa. Whether it's an issue in the issue itself, or whether it's a mixture 50-50. Then the second suffix of the mixture doesn't permit it. Pay basis. this is what evidently the opinion of the Ramo. It says, "Hold the subject is the Raisa, since the subject makes it is the Raisa. The Chulei Rakshis Arbachem, just got mixed up in others. Don't make a subject fake fake. It's not called fake fake of usher. You base fakers, if two fakers, if you kind of isser cloud, there's this altogether. Chulei Akan Lashona." End quote from the Ramo. Klamar b'safek yishon also be the Raisa. When the subject first subject is the Raisa, bein subject guva, bein subject tarovas mechza mechza. Whether it's a suffix in the thing itself or a suffix in the mixture, which is 50-50. Anyone with a shame so fake fake. The second mixture does not help us to make a fake fake. A fake fake of a gufu shall iser. A fake fake in the substance of the iser. Have a fake fake after marishon asmi Torah. Even the first suffix is also the raisa. Time yesh lamar. The reason can be said the fake fake gufu shall iser. The fake fake in the essence, the essence of the iser. So the first suffix makes it 50-50. And the second suffix weakens the power of the isser in the equation. It's like a majority. But, and there's a nice lumnus, when the second suffix comes to a mixture, qualitatively affected the first side of isser. Being matter through a tarovis has nothing to do with weakening the tzad isser in the first suffix. Even the first suffix was by a mixture. I came to mechza, but since it's 50-50, have it isser shel Torah, it's isser deraisa. But now the suffix isser guf. It becomes like a suffix isser in the thing itself. Second mixture does not make it a sfeik sveika. This is the Rabbanon. Osha suffering rishon oseli is the Rabbanon. Or if the first suffix makes it Rabbanon, going to row is above heter, such where it's mixed in a majority of heter, not 50-50. Sharp yourself to have a change of sfeik sveika. Then the second suffix can make it into a sfeik sveika. And the brackets it says here, Ken Yerlan use daiti bir divir Ramah. This is what I think is the Pshan Ramah, but divir Shach, Siv Kon Sanach Beis, divir Pri Chadash, Gamash Kaz Kavaras or Rashba, Uloni's barley. I don't understand exactly what they're saying about Mayin Yavin. If you analyze it, you'll see the Duke. Pegim, Vinay Das on Rashba, Zal Kosher, Lomatir Chazal Tarobes Berov, Kamosh Kasav Siv Ayin Tes. According to the Rashba, why do we need specifically a tarovis in a majority? Okay, they're all said it's because it's machlish isser. We know, claiming machlish isser, the second tarovis, if the first tarovis is bata barov, midoraisa. But the Rashba doesn't go with that approach. So why do you need a rov in the first? Why does tarovis need a rov? To say that even it's 50-50, it makes it 75%. It should be permitted. Of course, I was fine test. Now, Rashba is only Rashba has a difficulty with this himself, but Sifo Shaman is safer there. But Tirach, any response? Who is Zelishon? This is what he says. Kashali. I have difficulty. Kileka Robanami, even there is no robe. In each one of the mixtures, there are two sveka. I mean, each one of the pieces in the mixture has two sveka. Shemalomus sveka laka elade state robus. Base fake to lenient really only works with two mixtures. Zedas Degas Rizal Shakasam, and what's the reholds. Ishmael, we also say the Choshen of a kind Isur Bivadai. Anytime a definite Isur fell, the lake of Rov Het, there's no majority of Het. And Roim Kol Echem Elu Kigufa Shlisser. We see each one of this mixture like it is the goof of the Isur Shay also the Torah, because it's also the Raisa, because Safik the Raisa the Chumrah. We don't go leniently in any such fake fake. Be that as it may, we have to be concerned with the real do not allow fake sveka unless it's two svekas which come from two different mixtures. Now, if you need a suffix trefa and the ramification be for a suffix trefa, she's arba bacher is going to mix up in other meat. Shem matir osa mikach fake sveka. You don't allow mikach fake sveka ad kan l'shon. Okay, what does he mean? We have to explain what he means. So one of the great Achronim explained that his intent is as follows. It means to say Lomus fake fake alaka, b'shtei tarovis kadasri. You only say fake fake alaka when you have two mixtures like the re. Kamadav karovis rov. In other words, specifically when there's a mixture in rov. Mechza. if it's 50-50, have a suffix begufa isser. It's like a suffix in the isser itself. And with start is a suffix change like data and you don't join the second suffix by mixture. Ishmael feel that's a bit time. It's a finished sveikos. Echshem. You want to be at times we can combine any two sveikos as they are. Come mechir chazav tarovas mechzel mechzel. Now, let's say more machmir by a mixture, which is 50-50. You also suffix gufa isser more than a suffix in the isser itself. Tarovas mechzel mechzel and we're calling echad gufa sheisser badai. When you have a tarovas 50-50, we look at each one as if it is the definite isser. Okay, we don't go such as fake fake leniently. I was fake fake the goof killed fake. It's fake fake in the body. It's more lenient. So if you have a subject change to tarobas, in other words, where the first side is tarobas, there's no rove. So each one we have to guard as osir badai. But if the first suffix is an isser goof, and the goof isser, so then each one remains a suffix. Therefore, we're going to join to it the second suffix of tarobas. Mila ma'isi yesh l'chush l'virish lo so sfeika echa beguv suffix echa betarobas. Says l'ma'isi you should not join two together, two sfeikas, one in the goof and one in tarobas, like the re and not like Rabbeinu Tam. Peidav v'nei gdol achronim mikshur b'sei b'al yishulchan aruch lomu tzukul chose. Now, Achronim ask why they need all this. The game of the Shabbos b'sif ches karamba the matzah gimel tarobas. Three guys around the requires three mixtures. Anyway, you can't have them need doing subject treva tarovas gomer. Even the we regard a subject treva as an absolute mixture. Have the hishtei tarovas, it's like two mixtures. Also the D2, it's also going then. Kelam mutzul tamim achirim. Why didn't he have the reasons? It's also because two tarovas don't work. So it's Shas question, Bichar's question. This is lo kasha, midday. It's not that we all. That's around the Matthew shows Tarovas. By Kocham Shim the Masha Tarovas we should call Achas Kabad Isser. The Ram which requires three Tarovas because he does hold that the first Tarovas is definitely the Isser. Below is something not a questionable Isser. Because Kodem, we saw in the previous Sif. Kabad Yes for Lakel, but something Isser Aguf Tarovas. Therefore, in that case, it's very logic to be lenient in a suffix Isser Aguf more than a suffix in Tarovas. Actually, it's Bata Barov. Even if the tarov is bata barov, there's still more of a reason to be lenient in a suffix isser. Doesn't shaver rabbanon kabada isser, but because there, where the rabbanon prevented us from using the bit barov, like a chatichol iskabed, they made us if it's bada isser. Can anyway a suffix isser. Here it's only like a suffix isser. And that's why you need other reasons when the first suffix is a suffix beguf, why it should not be mutter in the second suffix, which is a suffix tarobas.